Good morning and welcome. It's another lovely day to take a trip across the world of sports. Well, today we're starting with the Flying Eagles. How they saw, but couldn't conquer. And they've crashed out of the FIFA Under 20 World Cup. My name is Yemi Adebayo, and I bid you welcome to today's package. Of course, we will look at what I just talked about, the FIFA Under 20 World Cup. We will also, this morning, talk about the senior national team, the Super Eagles, how the home-based Eagles are preparing for the African Nations Championship qualifier against the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire. Also on the show, the action resumes on the domestic scene. So we're going to be looking at fixtures from week 20 in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Matches will be played today and tomorrow. We will look at that. And of course, we will look at the awards given, the awards and the recipients of this award, the League Bloggers Award for the month of June. Surely that's a way to know the top performers in the league. We'll look at that this morning. Of course, we'll do a little bit of transfer news in football, which players are moving, which players are staying put, which coaches are, moving, staying put, or, delaying their decision for the future. We'll look at that. We'll look at athletics this morning. The next Diamond League meeting starts tomorrow in Switzerland. And, of course, there's some sort of Nigerian interest. We will extray that on the show this morning. We will also hear from the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, what he has to say about his plans for the year. And of course, after we've done all that, we will use the remaining time on the show to look at what is happening at Wimbledon. Of course, we're down to the last four for the women. And of course, today, after the quarterfinals, we will know the guys that will be in the semi-final, but it's still looking like we might have a Novak Djokovic and the Murray final. But we just have to wait and see how all of that will pan out. All right, that's the outlook of the show this morning, and of course, I'm not alone on the show. I have Tyler Salam with me. Tyler, let me quickly welcome you to the show this morning.
Good morning, Yemi. It's good to be on the show again.
All right. I don't know. Let me ask you if you were surprised or disappointed with the outcome of the match yesterday, Flying Eagles.
No, not at all. We sat down here a couple of days ago and we talked about how the Uruguayans were historically better against Nigeria and any other African team to be exact. So it didn't really come as a surprise to me losing this game against Uruguay. But I thought the Flying Eagles actually gave it the best shot.
It just wasn't enough.
Even though it wasn't enough, exactly.
Okay, let's have a confirmation of the results. It wasn't only Nigeria that played. It wasn't only Nigeria that crashed out. But of course, let's look at the results. Well, Spain were on the verge of returning home before they were able to just salvage something. They were able to defeat Mexico 2-1. Greece lost to Uzbekistan 1-3. Nigeria, you already know. But of course, we'll say it again. We lost to Uruguay 2-1. France defeated Turkey 4-1. So it ended 4-1 in favor of France. A lot of African players in that French team. A lot of players to watch out for in the future. So those are the results. And I don't know. The Spain-Mexico match was a bit dramatic.
That was very dramatic. It took a last gasp winner from JC. That's the Real Madrid Castilla player to actually win this game for the Spaniards. They were very close to going out.
Okay, all right. So those are the results. Let's on the show this morning. Let's allow you see what happened when Nigeria took to the field against Uruguay. We lost the game. The boys gave a good account of themselves. It just wasn't enough. So let's allow you to enjoy that, then we'll come back for more on Sports this morning.
In there from a Corey. He's going to get a yellow card here, Corey, urging his defenders to stand a little bit higher. In comes the corner, free kick now, whipped in with pace, and it'll be tapped in from close range as Uruguay take the lead. I'm not too sure who got the final touch on that. They've certainly gone to Gaston Silva. Here comes Coyote though. Just opened up a little for him. Still going, Coyote! Wonderful! Wonderful goal! And Nigeria, down to 10 men, are back on level terms. And when Coyote picked that ball up, there was only one thing on his mind. And he finds the top corner in style. Roland. Corey went to ground early. The goalkeeper's come a long way. He's out of position. Roland goes down. Penalty. Here comes Lopez. Oh, chips it in as cool as you like. And Uruguay are back in front. Well, Jose Jimenez couldn't watch. He was facing the other way and reacted when the bench went up. He's gone to join in the celebrations.
Well, despite playing 10 against 11 throughout the second half, we were still able, even when we conceded that goal, we're still able to come back in the game. But of course, we shot ourselves on the foot.
Absolutely.
I don't know what Okani was doing. I don't know, but it just the whole of the defense, and that's where the problem is actually. Every other department in the game, at least you could score them slightly above average.
Yeah.
But the defense, those schoolboy errors, the one that led to the red card.
Exactly.
I mean, two-footed challenge at that level in football, it cost us. We're playing with a man down. We had to take one of our strikers out to just balance things. To add to that, 1-1. Some few minutes to the end of the game, they lose the ball in defense. Goalkeeper rushes out when he had no business
coming out.
You had 3 defenders in that zone.
Yeah.
I mean, they could still get to that guy, but the keeper just decides to rush out. And the defender, after he had been beaten by the Uruguayan striker, just had to pull. He was even lucky not to get the red card.
Yeah. I thought the first half was quite boring. It was. It didn't really spark into life until the red card that was awarded to Sheu. Yeah. And on Monday we talked about how this team had to be very tactically disciplined against the Uruguayans, but we failed to talk about being disciplined in your tackle as well. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. Sheu committed a very reckless tackle and he had to go. And the Uruguayans duly took advantage of the man down and piled on the pressure. You know, so that's where
I'm a bit disappointed because our opponents were not better. If you look at both sides, we didn't really. I mean, I was watching the game and a whole lot of people were talking about something else. That's an indication that what they were saying wasn't interesting. And of course, it just took that moment of madness for Uruguay to defeat Nigeria.
Exactly. Like I said, they took advantage of the fact that they had a man advantage over Nigeria and they piled on the pressure and eventually they took the lead, no thanks to goalkeeper of life, Okani. Yeah, because that was...
I mean, this is it. He had no business. And even Indide was lucky to still be... It was the last
exactly,
man.
both the first and the second.
I think the ref felt well, since I'm going to give them, I'm going to award the penalty against them.
Exactly.
They're already playing a man down.
Yeah, I think he just had.
But was a reckless challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And but we have to give credit to the Flying Eagles though, because they didn't capitulate after they got the red card. They actually fought back and got the equalizer through Coyote. That was a very, very wonderful.
We would have been talking about that goal if we had won.
Exactly.
It was a beautiful, but it counts for nothing now.
Yeah, it counts for nothing now. But then at the time they got that equalizer, just when we thought we had a chance, we thought we had a chance to actually take into extra time and maybe nick the game in extra time. Then that's when a rush of blood to the head for Kani came and we had to consider penalty and we're back home, unfortunately. But like I always say, I like to de-emphasize winning these competitions of this level. I like to de-emphasize the fact that what I need is we can have players like
that's Ajago, I know where you're going, but that's where a lot of people would disagree. That's where a lot of people would disagree with you.
Yeah, okay.
You can't pick out players from this squad and say this guy will surely play for the Super Eagles.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just saying...
It's not... You see, the fact that we lost is not the issue.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't expect this team to go far.
Yeah.
But we would expect from age-grade teams that you'll be able to pick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that would make it to the Super Eagles and players who will stay on the scene for the next 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to get that from this squad.
No, we can't really say for sure because we don't know the future. We're not God. Okay. So what I'm saying is if we can get...
based on evidence.
Based on evidence, but you can tell me the likes of Coyote don't have potential. Coyote's got potential and we can see him progressing steadily. Coyote's had